Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Florentin and this chat will be about how to deal with copyright claims on your YouTube videos, especially in relation to the music that you use on those videos. Now the first thing I'd like to say here is that YouTubers should not post music that is copyrighted. As simple as that. It's just the law. So for example, 3 years ago, I attended a Chicago Symphony Orchestra concert and I wasn't supposed to take pictures, but I did. And I wasn't supposed to make a little video, but I did for myself. And I guess that's fine. There's a big sign that says no cameras. I guess I broke that law. But really, I should not post those pictures or that video here on YouTube, simply because it's not allowed. That's copyrighted material. Last year, for example, I attended an Yngwie Malmsteen concert. He's a rock, heavy metal guitarist from Europe. And I have lots of video footage from that concert. And that was allowed there. However, it is not allowed to post that here on YouTube because it's copyrighted material. I'm not allowed to play a song in its original form if it's still under copyright, if it's not in the public domain, and that needs to be understood from the beginning, from the start. Now when it comes to song covers, when it comes to improvised songs, when it comes to educational videos on certain songs, things can get a little bit confusing. There's a little bit of a gray area there where it appears that those things are allowed, and yet YouTube sometimes gets confused about those things and will give you a copyright claim, or will allow somebody else to give you a copyright claim. To give you an example, a few days ago I posted my own arrangement, a cover song of the modern hymn Give Thanks by Don Moen. The thumbnail of that video looked like that. So you can check it out if you want. So I immediately received a copyright claim, and but I played the song as a cover song, as an arrangement of it, an improvised arrangement. So it wasn't the song in its original form. So I disputed that claim and I explained to the claimant that this is a cover song and it's my own arrangement and I made significant changes to it. They'll give you a few options to pick. I think I went with fair use. I think that's what I did. And then there's a waiting period where the claimant will have to make a decision if they accept your claim or not, your dispute or not. And luckily, earlier today, I received this email. Which obviously means that the claimant released their claim and they said, okay, fine, that's a cover song, you can keep it, we will not have a problem with that, we will not claim any ownership of that particular video. So that was all good. Now sometimes you will file a claim and you'll have a good reason to file a claim, and because of that, because the claimant is not happy still about the fact that you're using their song, they won't dispute it, they won't reject or dispute your claim, but they'll just let it sit there and allow it to expire. They usually expire in 30 days. So I have a couple of those that are about to expire. And so that's another thing that can happen when you file a claim and you have a good reason, and either the song is in the public domain or the song that you played is a cover song or an improvised version or just a lesson on the song, you know, for educational purposes. And the claimant can't really argue with that, but just because they're still not happy with it, they'll just let it sit there and they won't accept your claim and they'll just let it expire. So then you have to wait like 30 days for that. Now sometimes the claimant, the copyright owner, will reject your dispute, will reject your claim, and when that happens, your email might look something like this. Now this is a song that I posted on my channel a few days back, And I knew right away that this would be claimed because it's a big song, it's a well-known song, and it's not in the public domain. And I expected to get the claim, and I got the claim. And I was almost positive that my claim would be, my dispute would be rejected, and it's been rejected. And more often than not, when your dispute is rejected, the copyright owner will allow you to keep the song on your channel with the condition that you cannot monetize that song. So sometimes they'll ask you to remove it. That's happened to me before. On my previous larger channel, I had a electric guitar recording of What a Wonderful World. That's a huge song. So the copyright owner there not only rejected my dispute, but they asked YouTube to remove that recording. Even though it was a jazz improvisation, it was very different than the original. It doesn't matter, they have the right to do that. But more often than not, the copyright owner will allow you to keep the video, but they will not allow you to monetize the video. Now, very seldom, if you're a musician, if you're a composer, like I am, from time to time, it could happen that YouTube would allow somebody else on YouTube to claim ownership. Are you ready for this? On your own music. Now, I posted a video of this a few days back. I posted my hour-long piano album a couple weeks ago, I think. I published that CD 2 years ago on places like Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play. You can find that video a few days back if you want. The thumbnail looks like this, so you can look for that if you want. And funny thing, like I explained in that video, there were 6 individual music companies. Not 1, not 2, not 3. 6 individual music companies that placed copyright claims on my own arrangements of public domain music. So let me explain this as clearly as I possibly can. All hymns on my piano CD are currently in the public domain, which means nobody can claim ownership of them. And to begin with, I have that. Second, every piano arrangement on that CD, on that album, is my own arrangement, created by me, recorded by me, published by me, sold by me online for 2 years. And yet there were 6 companies that were able to place copyright claims on some of those songs. Now, out of the 6, 4 of them immediately accepted my dispute. So there's 2 left, and those 2 were not rejected because they can't. There's no reason for them to reject it. That's public domain music, and it's actually my music because it's my own arrangement of public domain music. So I'm assuming that they're allowing it to simply expire. They're just salty that they can't do anything about it. And but that can happen sometimes too. Now, what should you do as a YouTuber that uses music, your own or somebody else's, in your videos? Number one, like I said at the beginning of the video, do not use copyrighted music. And if you do not fight it too much. If you get a copyright claim, try to dispute it once, like I did with Give Thanks and all the others. But if you get rejected with the first dispute, with the first claim, with the first dispute, do not dispute a second time. As many of you may know, if you file a second dispute after one rejection, if the copyright owner rejects your dispute a second time on the same song, you will get a copyright strike on your YouTube channel. Now you need to look this up. Don't take my word for it. Copyright strikes are very serious. They stay on your account, I think it's 90 days, I'm not sure. But the point is that if you have 3 copyright strikes on your account, your channel will be deleted by YouTube, because they don't want YouTubers to break copyright law. And you need to make sure that you don't dispute a second time unless you have some serious, well-founded reason to dispute a second time. Because if you get rejected a second time, you're gonna get a strike, and then you're gonna get a second strike and a third strike, and then your channel will be deleted. So like I said, do not post copyrighted music that you know is copyrighted. If you're gonna post a cover song or an arrangement or an improvised solo or an educational video, only dispute once. Choose your reason carefully. I think there's 4 reasons they give you. One of them is fair use. The other one, I forget what they are, but you have to pick the right one that applies to your particular situation. And don't be afraid to wait the 30 days for the claim to, after you claimed one dispute and there's no response from the claimant. Don't be afraid to just wait the 30 days and just let it expire, and then the video will be claim free, hopefully. Well, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to write them at the bottom of the comment section. See you in the next video. Thanks.